Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Now vs. Nostalgia, a podcast dedicated to movies, TV shows, and video games of the past. I'm one of your hosts, Jon.
James.
Today we're talking about one of my favorite genres of film, fantasy.
Yeah.
We've done a few fantasy films here. We did Neverending Story.
Yeah.
Kroll.
Yeah.
Willow.
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
Over the Top.
Yeah, that's a fantasy.
But this week's discussion is about the Conan series of films, and a lot of things are related to them, including Arnold. We have a lot to discuss. So are you ready for the times of high adventure, sir?
Yeah.
Well, first, what is Conan about? I mean, where does this character originate? What was your first experience with?
With Conan at home, HBO again.
HBO.
And I'm pretty sure I probably saw what it was, Destroyer Barbarian.
Now, what about, like, we're just going to, in all media, what was your first experience with Conan?
The movie.
The movie?
Yeah.
For me, it was the comics.
Really?
Because my uncle, growing up, I lived with my grandparents, and my uncle lived there. And he was big into, I guess, like, Vikings and Norse, anything. He was a big comic guy.
Yeah.
But the ones he collected a lot that was always laying around the house was Conan comics.
Yeah.
And Thor comics. Mm-hmm. So I'd always kind of flip through them and stuff like that. The Conan ones, I was just like, whoa, it was over my head. But I mean, just being really violent and, always had big-breasted women and stuff.
Big-breasted women.
Big-breasted women. Well, Conan was created in 1932 by a writer named Robert E. Howard. It was featured in a magazine called Weird Tales that normally had, like, pulp stories and stuff like that, like kind of odd beat, weird stuff. Yeah. Another one of my uncles is a completely different uncle. He's a lot older. He was old when I was a kid, so I mean, he's been passed away for about 15 years.
Wow.
But we used to go to his house a lot after church sometimes, and he always had, like, National Enquirers everywhere. I'd always flip through. But he had a lot of these really old detective, like, pulp magazines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I used to, like, flip them and read them, and they were like, nothing compared to, like, today's, like, action, but they were just really well written, like interesting little stories and crime stories and stuff. Yeah. But cool stuff like that. But just kind of like how, like, Robert E. Lee, Howard, he did not Lee, not the general. Robert E. Howard, he did basically what J.R. Tolkien did. He made his own world. He mapped it out, and by doing that, making, like, its own age and time, he could make up his own technologies, make his own race. It's a lot of exposition. You don't have to, like, jump into, there's lore there. Yeah. For it. The Conan, like in the kind of like in the books and the comics, Conan's always featured. He's a muscular man, very muscular, but long black hair. Yeah. Blue piercing eyes. And not the Conan of the movies that we saw. But if you played, like, the video game, that was pretty much spot on what Conan looks like. Yeah. After Howard's death, Conan passed through several different writers, publishers, including Marvel, producing a comic line. Eventually, a film idea came around in the 70s, and 1982, it became a reality. Yeah. But, Conan the Barbarian, the first one, I'd say the best.
Yes.
Okay. I was hoping you were going to agree on that one.
No, that movie sucks, man. No, that movie's great.
Right. It was released in May 14th, 1982. IMDb gives a 6.9 out of 10, 7% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and 43% on Metacritic.
What the heck is wrong with them folks?
I don't know. Like we said, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger in his breakout role as Conan, biggest action star of the 80s. Yep. And still going strong today. He's still making still making films.
Yes, he is.
And I'll probably jump a lot of talking about him during our discussion because I just finished his 20 CD audio.
Oh, you finished it, huh?
I finished it. It was I recommend it to anyone. Like, it starts as a boy and it goes into, like, it's his whole life, basically his life up until I think, like, almost Expendables 3. Wow. Like, the things that's cool about it, because, like, it starts as him as a young boy. He was in the military, which I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. How he got into bodybuilding. He did real estate.
He did real estate?
He did real estate, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fascinating. Like, this guy was just, like, a millionaire before he was, like, 30. And just a lot. And most, like, his early financial incomes was from just buying buildings.
Yeah.
He bought property, and then him and this other guy, they bought, like, townhouses and rented them out and lived them and stuff.
Wow, I am your realtor.
And then, but before he did Conan, before he was like this, this was his big role. He did Hercules in New York.
Yeah.
I
saw
where
pieces of it.
It's pretty bad. Where he was dubbed over.
Oh yeah, I can see why. Yeah.
But you might not have never seen it. But he did he was on a talk show. They interviewed him about bodybuilding and stuff. Mm-hmm. And Lucille Ball saw him on the show and thought he was hilarious, his accent and stuff. And so
sometimes we think his accent is hilarious too.
But she contacted him and she wanted him to come and read for a part to be on her show. It was the Lucy show, not the I Love Lucy, but the one that she had like in the 70s or 80s.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, kind of like the sketch comedy show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she was having a scene where she was going to be her and her husband were like fighting. They're going to like see other people split up and get divorced. And then she wants to get a massage. Well, Arnold comes in. He's like, "I'm going to be your therapist," And he's like wearing the little shorty shorts and the tight shirt and stuff. Yeah, she's just kind of flipping out. So he went and read for this part, and he was reading it line for line. And he just, they look at him and they're just like, "No." Like he said, anybody else, they would just be like, "Oh, thank you. We'll be in touch." Send him out the door. But because he was like pretty much the only person that could play that part, Lucy was like. And she was known to be hard. Like if she didn't like you, she would tell you. She was going to be a difficult person.
Yeah.
But she like, what are you trying to do? Like she helped him out and kind of walked through. But you can watch this scene online. You can. It's actually Arnold and Lucy show. It's about 2 or 3 minutes long, but it's cool. Like to see like very young Arnold.
Yeah.
But his best known film, Terminator.
Terminator.
Yeah. What's your favorite Arnold movie? We're going to kind of jump into them.
Oh, man. Come on now. What's my favorite Arnold movie? I mean, just recently, my wife, she bought the Terminator on Blu-ray. That was a couple of days ago. And Conan, I really don't know. Man, there's so many of them.
All right, let's go down the list then.
You got time?
We got time. Pulling it up real quick.
My gosh.
Well, just the big ones, Of course, Terminator, Conan, the 2 Conans. You have Red Sonja.
Yes.
Which we'll get into that. Commando.
Yeah.
Raw Deal.
Predator.
Predator. It's up there. It's in the top 3 for me.
Yeah.
It's really good. The Running Man.
Which
does not hold up. I don't think it's.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean,
it's got good moments.
Yeah.
Richard Dawson's great. But I don't know. It's like versus like some of the other movies holding up, it's not.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies?
Right. Like Commando holds up. Commando's hilarious. I watched that the other day.
Yeah.
How long has it been since that movie?
I'm sure I saw it sometime last year.
That's it.
Yeah.
Please don't wait, my friend. He's dead tired. I think that movie probably has the best one-liners for him. It's just he's like invincible in that movie. Red Heat.
Red Heat.
That's what him and Jim Belushi.
That one's like a. Which one is he?
Like
is he a Russian in that one?
It's like a buddy cop. Yeah, that's the one where he breaks that dude's leg and off.
Yeah,
and cocaine comes out of it. Twins.
Yeah, I saw that maybe last month.
Oh man,
it's something. It's funny for different reasons.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the damn song now.
We are twins.
No, not that one.
Not that one. You talking about the take out the paper in the trash?
Yeah, take out the. Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh gosh.
He was in an episode of Tales from the Crypt, but Total Recall.
Yeah.
Love Total Recall.
Better than that remake crap.
Man, that was awful.
I tried to watch that movie again not long ago. I just can't make it through.
Get your ass to Moss.
I'm bored to death with that remake.
I watched Total Recall recently. I'd say maybe in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And man, that movie holds up so much.
I like that. Yeah.
It had been a while since I've seen it. Mm-hmm. Like quite a bit. And it's just a fun movie, but I forgot how violent that movie is.
Yeah, dude. My mother, this was the first rated R movie my mother took me to with Total Recall.
Oh man, they shoot those people in the subway?
Yep. I might have been 12 maybe, or 13, 12 or 13.
How many bullets can his body hold?
And then, and the funny thing is, I didn't sit with my mother when I was watching it. Mm-hmm. So, they have the 3 breast scene. I'm like looking around to see where she's at, how much she was.
2 weeks. Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Of course, the Terminator 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Last Action Hero.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, that's kind of mixed. It's mixed for me.
Yeah.
Junior, which I've never seen.
I've never seen it either.
Yeah. True Lies.
True Lies. Oh man, I only saw it once.
You didn't like it?
I don't remember anything about it. To tell you the truth, I only saw it once.
I liked it a lot. I think it's one of his better movies.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely does a good job in it. Like, it's some of his best acting.
Yeah. Wow.
I remember, man, that was when Jamie Lee was at her best. That scene in there, I was just like, I was kind of like you looking around like, where's my mom?
That's my brother.
We watched it at home video. Can I rewind it before they come back in the room? But yeah, I mean, really cool. The whole side story, it's kind of like two movies going at once. Because you have the thing with his wife.
Yeah.
And I can't think of his actor's name now. I'm drawing a blank.
Which one?
The one that's like plays the scumbag that tries to hook up with his wife.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't remember who he is.
From Alien and stuff. Oh well.
Oh, he's an alien?
He's a Hicks. Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, you talking about Bill Paxton?
That's what I was trying to. Okay, and then this is kind of like for Arnold, like in the 90s. Mm-hmm. The movie's kind of there was a decline.
Yeah.
Eraser, that one.
Oh yeah, Eraser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle. I like Jingle All the Way.
I do too, but the end is silly, man.
Yeah. It is silly at the end.
Batman and Robin. James almoys lost his drink.
Mm-hmm. That movie.
End of Days.
End of Days. I saw it once. I don't remember much about it.
Now, just because, like I said, we're trying to jump around with Arnold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
End of Days, when he went film, he had a heart bypass surgery.
Really?
Yeah, he had. And you can't really be in the big action scenes. You have like a valve in your heart and stuff.
Yeah.
So for End of Days, they're kind of they had all these like insurance people, and they're just kind of watching him do an action scene, kind of see who's gonna die. But the dude just rolled through it.
Yeah, a bunch of suits.
Terminator 3, he was a cameo on the Rundown. But anyway, and then the Expendables, and as of recently, The Last Stand, Sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see Maggie yet. Did you see Maggie?
No, I hadn't seen it.
Yeah. Terminator 3, Genesis. Sorry,
Genesis. Yeah.
That was good. Did you see it?
Yes. No. Genesis is a new one.
Yes.
So no, I hadn't seen that one.
That's with what's a girl from Game of Thrones in it? Yeah, basically. But the other, he has two movies in the works that are announced, and one of them that we will talk about. But first one is Triplets.
Oh, what's that?
Triplets, the sequel to Twins.
No, you play it, right?
I swear to God.
No, that's a joke.
It's a real movie. And there's a third brother.
No.
Take a guess who the third brother is.
No. Cause see, I could have swore I had this dream that I was talking with someone, maybe it was you, about a third movie, and I thought maybe I was dreaming. Is the third brother black?
It's Eddie Murphy.
This is totally ridiculous. Oh my gosh, man! Is it PG?
It's just announced.
Man,
so, I'm sure it's gonna be PG-13.
Probably PG-13. Oh well, they should have made it like a woman or something, or I don't know.
Also starring it was actually funny, James Earl Jones. And what's funny about that is that because I'm like, I was about to say it, and then I was like, wait, it wasn't true. Sunday, like, we recorded this on a Tuesday, but Sunday, I just like I was telling you previously, we went to the zoo.
Yeah.
And I knew the way because it was like an hour and a half away. I had to get there, so I was the driver. While I'm driving, my girlfriend's on her phone, reading Facebook, and she's like, oh man, she's like, James Earl Jones died.
What?
And I was like, for real? She's like, yeah, he was 86. I was like, that sucks, because I just watched Conan and everything and stuff. I was like, that's terrible. And I was like, how'd he die? She's like, I don't know, let me look it up. And she looks it up, and it's like, what, a hoax. But just now when I looked down at my notes, I was about to say the late James Earl Jones. But as this is a Doom, best known for his amazing voice. Did you know that he was basically mute until he was like almost a teenager?
Really?
Yep. Didn't speak and stuff like that. And one of his teachers, he loved to read books. Yeah. And one of his teachers like, you should read them out loud so you can hear the characters and stuff like that. So that's what he started doing. But yeah, the dude didn't talk.
Man, that kind of gives promise for my son. He's like 2 years old now. He will not speak. Now he'll make sounds and stuff, but like he refuses to speak. So hey, maybe you'll become James Earl Jones someday.
Yeah, he'd be like, no, they have the double arches. We have the triple arches.
Yeah.
No, that's the other father. Mixing the fathers up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was the guy from Good Times.
Good Times.
James Amos, who was in the Beastmaster.
Yes.
Not Conan.
But also the amazing voice work of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And Mufasa. Max von Sydow as King Orsic. Dude was born in 1929 and is still working today.
What?
Still got movies coming out.
Man, I'll be relaxing.
He was in Diary of Anne Frank, The Exorcist, 3 Days of the Condor, Village of the Damned, Flash Gordon, Strange Brew, Never Say Never Again, Ice Pirates, a movie I like.
All right.
Yeah. And, Dune, he was the voice of Vigo in Ghostbusters 2. Judge Dredd, What Dreams May Come, Minority Report, Rush Hour 3,
Whoa.
The Tudors, Shutter Island, Robin Hood. Yeah, this dude's in a lot. He's the voice of the Three-Eyed Raven in Game of Thrones, which I'm pretty sure you don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
But yeah, over 150 acting credits, and he's going to be in the new Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably a voice, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting excited about that movie.
You are?
They did a new trailer for it,
Mm-hmm.
and it shows a lot more, and they actually show like the villain and a couple other things.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for it.
I don't see. I mean, I'll probably end up watching it, but I don't know. I mean, after the last 3, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna.
Oh man, that's bad. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's been a struggle to go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was not allowed to go see Mission Impossible.
You weren't allowed?
No, I was like, I gotta go during the day by myself, and then make sure I take that ticket stub and swallow it, because nobody wants anybody to get shot.
Yeah.
So I didn't see Mission Impossible 3, and I didn't. 5. Mission Impossible 5.
5, yeah.
And but I definitely want to see Star Wars. I gotta go in a suit of armor. I'll be fine by then. Sandal Bergen, she played Valera. She was in All That Jazz, Xandu, Airplane the movie.
Airplane the movie.
She was also in Red Sonja.
Yeah, she is.
Yep. Hell Comes to Frogtown. You ever seen that?
No.
That's one of those B movies that were played like on Up All Night.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna look that one up.
That one's good. I remember that one vividly because it freaked me out. Because we'd always see frogs a lot, around we lived. And the other one that freaked me out, that's still, when I think about it, was that one with the scarecrow, man. There was a dude in the scarecrow, or the scarecrow came to life or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, just freaked.
Scarecrow. That wasn't like Pumpkinhead or something?
No.
Scarecrow comes to life. Look that one up, too.
And it's not Jeepers Creepers either.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah,
no, not that one either. Wow.
She's in a lot of TV. She was in Murder. I can't get out. Murder, She Wrote. Cheers. Swamp Thing. And a show I used to watch. For the wrong reasons. Silk Stockings.
Yes, yeah. Indeed.
That was kind of like a Dream On.
Yeah.
Remember the prize? Yeah. I can remember looking at one of those scrambled satellite channels.
Yep.
Staring at it. I think that is a boob. And Mako as the wizard and the narrator.
Yep.
And this actor, I get excited when I see he's in something older that I'm watching. I enjoy him a lot. Also known for his distinct voice.
Yes, he is.
And come on, his name is just Mako.
Yeah,
no last name.
I don't need a last name like Cher.
Yep. But a lot of stuff we might have seen, like I've seen him pop up: Hawaii 5-0, Wonder Woman, Columbo, Kung Fu, The Incredible Hulk, MASH, Fantasy Island, The Facts of Life, Voyagers, which is a show we could not remember that one day we were recording.
That's what it was.
Magnum P.I., The Greatest American Hero.
Oh my gosh.
The A-Team.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
He's and everything.
I'm telling you, that's why he pop up every once in a while. He's like, oh man, Mako's in this one. And he's also done a lot of cartoons of him.
That's right.
Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, Avatar. And he was in Splinter and the TMNT.
Wow.
Animated movie.
Yeah, really? Wow. Which one?
The one that went to the theaters, the live action, not live action, the CGI
one. Oh yeah, it was like 2008 maybe,
something like that. Where it's kind of, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it because like the villains in there are like, just like, why not Shredder or Krang or something? It's just this like weird monsters.
Some dude,
and then like the turtles are all like split to the wind, and Raphael's like the night trash or something like that.
Cause that's the first one they have. Was Karai in that one too?
Yes.
That movie?
Yeah, she was in there. She pops up at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, sadly, Mako has passed away. He died at the age of 74.
74.
The film was written and directed by John Mendelus. Now, originally, Oliver Stone was called to direct this. He was very young, very drug heavy at the time, and it was way more sci-fi, post-apocalypse. It was going to cost way too much money to make, so they're just like, look, man, here's back off. We'll get this other guy to do it. But made on the budget for $16 million, grossed over $130 million.
Wow.
Yeah. And this was originally going to be a 6-movie deal. So I signed on for that. And Arnold signed on with Dino De Laurentiis, who's the producer and stuff on it. Well, he hated Arnold when he first met him.
He hated Arnold?
His Arnold's agent took him to meet Dino De Laurentiis, who's like this little Italian guy. And he's like, yeah, this guy, he's got connections all over Hollywood. He's got a lot of money. So, like, we'll go meet him and have a meeting with him. So this is in the audiobook, and it's pretty funny. But they go to his office to meet him, and he's like, I kind of want to say something funny, like kind of break the ice. So
Arnold does?
Yeah. Because he tells the guy, he's like, why such a little man has such a big desk? And the dude's just like, fuck that guy. Like, he hated Arnold. Like, and his agent, like, when he got there, he was like, are you stupid? Like, just like, and he's like, I was trying to be funny. He's like, you insulted the man.
Yeah.
So he's like, you're not gonna give you no work. So when Arnold's name popped up as being Conan, the dude was like, no, I don't want that. That dude can't talk. He can't act. He's just a big goon. We don't want him.
What?
But they stuck with it. They stuck with their guns. And during the part where they were doing the snake pit scene, like the big snake orgy, and they were in there with their makeup on and stuff.
Yeah.
He actually walked in the building. He was like, came in with a couple guys, walked in, saw Arnold, walked over to Arnold and said, "You're like he's seen dailies." He's like, "You are Conan."
Yeah.
Shook his hand and kind of walked out. Pretty cool stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But let's jump into the movie and talk about it. Conan the Barbarian.
Right.
Have you watched the remake?
The remake? There's a remake of Conan the Barbarian?
Yes.
Oh, you talking about that movie? I saw it once. I don't remember anything about it.
That one has a little bit more of the kid, kind of. Kind of compare him. Like, you get like a little bit more time with him. Yeah. Because he's a kid in this movie for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's that long.
But you see young Conan, son of a blacksmith, and I think the kid they got to play him you could picture him as a Conan. Yeah. It wasn't bad casting on that. Yeah. But you see that his father tells him that you can only trust steel. There's because not like no character build up really, because pretty much right away, village is attacked by soldiers, everyone's slaughtered, people being mutilated, smashed on the head.
Don't know why.
Homes are set on fire. Conan's father's ripped apart by dogs in armor.
Oh man, terrible.
Yep. And I would hate to be the guy, like the one that has to like run behind all the horses. Like, Conan's mother stands her ground. She's a good-looking woman. Yep. I looked her up. She's done a lot of late-night European movies. You type in her name and like right away, it's like a one-word name too. Wow. Pull it up. But yeah, all these she's standing on the ground. Beautiful woman. Got her son on her side. All these so heavily armed soldiers, and the armor looks great. Yep. I think that was really well done. But Ursula Doom steps in.
That's right.
Stares at her with the piercing blue eyes.
That's right. Hypnotize him.
Yep. And there's like the briefest second where you're like, oh, he's just gonna let it go. Yep. And it swoop, takes her head clean off. And I love that scene because like the whole opening, the music and everything and stuff like that. But it's just such a brutal scene. Yeah. Beheading like a woman like that, but like you don't see it. Like it's just shot so well. Like she just kind of goes limp. Her hand falls off. A hand slides out of his hand. It's awesome. It's I prefer it that way. Than just showing her head and roll off. Yeah, it's more effective, I think. But we, like you said, we don't know why they did this to the village. The narrators even like says. But yeah, they're just burning the village down. They got heads on spikes. Yep. They're dragging the children away. And they take them out to the middle of nowhere. Speaking of stuff that's not explained. Take him to the Wheel of Pain. Yep. And he just... What's it do? Is it a refinery? Is it a power source?
We don't know. No. Just grab on and push, boy. Just keep pushing this until you grow up big and strong.
That's right. Drink your milk and push your wheel. You'll be all right. But all we know that it does do, like you said, is turn Conan into a muscular force.
That's right.
Now, Arnold was like in such, like he had just finished one of his Mr. Universe competitions when this movie was about to be filmed. Yeah. He was too buff.
He was too buff for the movie.
He was too cut. Mm-hmm. Like he was like way too cut. So they told him to like put on more mass and not, because like a barbarian wouldn't be like so defined like that. You know?
Yeah.
Be just muscular. So he had to do that. But like, I want to talk about like his bodybuilding thing. Mm-hmm. Like, did you ever see Pumping Iron?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it for years, and I worked at a video store. I didn't watch it until after I read the book.
No.
Because I had no interest in it. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But like hearing him talk about it and just like his passion for it and like learning his background, it's a lot more impressive. Like I have a lot more respect for him.
Yeah.
Like way more, you know, because that dude overcame some obstacles. Like when he wanted to be an actor, they were like, all right, you're too big, nobody can understand you, and your last name don't fit on the poster.
No, it didn't.
That's why he's Arnold Strong.
Arnold Strong.
And Hercules in New York, that's what they titled him.
Arnold Strong?
Arnold Strong.
Wow.
But yeah, his like a little bit about his background from what I learned from the book and everything. Born from a super poor family. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, his dad was like a police officer and stuff. And he basically, they would play like gladiators, him and his friends in the park.
Yeah.
And there was one kid who was kind of muscular, and he would like do pull-ups on trees and stuff. And they were talking to him, and he was like looking at Arnold. He's like, you got a natural build kind of on you. He's like, if you did what I do, he's like, in 2 months, he's like, your arms would be double size. So he started doing that, and then like he got invited to a gym, mm-hmm. and he would ride his bike like 6 miles or something like that to go to this gym in the snow, like cold, you know,
wow.
Go work out for hours and stuff. And he just got addicted to it. I mean, he was big, mm-hmm. and he joined the army. And when he joined he drove a tank, mm-hmm. and I mean, he said like he was just this big dude and like trying to fit in this tank. And the army actually allowed him to take his weight bench and some weights, and he'd strap it on the back of the tank. So like when they would be at night or whatever, he could buff up. But he said while he was in the army, he had to get his uniforms replaced like 3 or 4 times because he was getting bigger and bigger.
Wow.
Well, in Paris, I think it was in Paris, they had a amateur bodybuilding tournament coming up, and he asked if he could go to it. Well, he was still in training, and they're like, no, you can't leave the base. So he was just like, screw it. And he like went AWOL.
What?
Went to the thing and won. When he got back, you know, he got punished and all that stuff like that. But he decided that, like, he won. He was like, this is what I want to do. You know, and like he was training, like he said, first you had to learn how to drive a motorcycle. Mm-hmm. You had to learn how to drive a tractor, then a Jeep, then the tank, because each one was level. But he got into a couple troubles and stuff while he was in the army. Like he one time you would sleep underneath your tank at night. Mm-hmm. That way, if something happened, you can hurry up and you can get up, get into it. So, well, he woke up one morning and the tank wasn't there, and he hadn't put the brake on. It rolled down into the lake.
Oh my god!
So yeah, and then another time this other guy had a different type of tank. It was a newer tank, mm-hmm. and they were saying that it was much faster and better. And he was like, "Oh no, man!" So they started racing, you know, and they're racing, and people were screaming and running and stuff like that, like just pointing and stuff like that at the tank, and like, you know, he's not noticing why. Well, there was a couple, like 3 or 4 guys sitting on top of the tank eating lunch when he took off. And, like one dude was just like, you know, but they discharged him. They let him out. Yeah. So instead of doing like what I think it was 3 years, he did like 1 year. So he got out, and he came to America. You know, was living on some dude's couch. Yeah. Some dude was just like, you know, if you're gonna stay here, you gotta do me some favors. And he was just like, I'm not one of those guys. So he moved, but like, it's funny to hear him talk about that story, man, because it was just like.
One of the little guys.
Well, he talks about bodybuilding like in the 70s and the 80s, and nobody understood it.
Yeah,
everybody thought it was weird, or you know, why would people do that? You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, him and other people brought it mainstream, but you know, just to kind of go back with the Conan thing, he had an opponent, this guy Sergey, and he was trying to topple this guy, and I've seen pictures of him. And this dude was huge guy. So he went against him head to head in this bodybuilding competition, and the guy beat him. And the guy was just like, oh, maybe better luck next time.
Yeah.
And he was like crushed because he had so much confidence. So he decided, no, ever again, I'm going to be 100%. So what he did is he studied that guy's poses, because the guy, you got to do your muscular poses and stuff.
Yeah.
And he learned that he did the same routine every time. Like he had just a set. So he learned every move that he did, and he would come back with one better. So they went to this one big bodybuilding competition, and this guy was, the champion, and they're doing their poses and stuff, and then they're just, everybody, the crowd's going nuts.
Yeah.
And finally the judges would be like, we can't decide, we're keep posing. So they're still posing, and he says it's extremely tiring. It's very exhausting. Obviously physical, and you just got to keep smiling, and you can't strain. So finally he looks at the guy, he's like, they can't decide, let's just walk off, and until they make a decision. So the guy's like, okay. So the guy turned to walk off, and then Arnold turned around, bust out a pose like, what's he doing? And the dude freaked out and tried to run back on stage, but he beat him. And it's just like, that's why I highly recommend the book, because it's such an interesting story, and it's inspiring, some of the stuff he did. Because he was just like, I'm sorry he had to lose, but he had to get out of my way. But the thing is, he screws that dude over so bad, and then they have to share a room the next day. So
that's why they break out and fight, man.
Yeah. All right, but he did and then he kind of got out of it. He did his 3, and then he went back, and that's when he did pumping iron.
Yeah.
He got in that shape for pumping iron. He's always a big guy.
Yeah.
But he got ready for that tournament in 6 weeks.
Wow.
And didn't tell anybody he was doing it. It was just kind of and in pumping iron, they kind of play him as a jerk.
Yeah.
Because they wanted Ferrigno to be the underdog kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. It's on Netflix. So if nobody's never seen it, recommend it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Let's see. I think I got all those notes on that. Now, yeah, when Conan, after he's released, they don't say why, he's just released from this wheel. Some guy just comes to pick him up, and then becomes a pit fighter.
Yeah.
Basically, he quickly becomes the best warrior. They train him. He's fighting all types of weapons and crazy stuff. But the detail, the costumes, like I said, it really holds up. Just the whole aesthetic for everything. Now, he's released from this. He escapes. Now, when he's running, there's a part where he's running.
Yeah.
Parts where the dogs are chasing him.
Yeah.
That was one of the first scenes they shot. And the way they made that work was they put meat in the back of his pants. And he was nervous about it, because the other thing about this movie that's impressive is Arnold did all the stunts, because they really couldn't get a stunt double to match him up. So he had to do I think it was 90% of the stunts he did. And this one, he was nervous. These dogs just they wanted him, man. And they're like, don't worry, you get a head start, and then by the time we release him, you're already up the thing.
Yeah.
So he went. The dog caught him on one take, and he fell, and he got a cut in his head, and he had to get stitches. But he was just they were when he came back, they're like, oh man, it looks so much awesome now. He looked more battle hardened. So Conan, he finds the Chrome Cave, which is just kind of random.
Yeah, it is kind of random.
And I remember when I originally seen this movie years ago, I always thought that was, for some reason, I thought that was his father, in there. But
no, we saw what happened to his dad.
Yeah. dog meat. But he's on the, just walking around, just exploring, trekking across the plain, and he meets a witch.
Yeah, the witch.
The horny witch. And it's a big, what the hell, man? Because she's going to tell him for a price.
Yeah, for a price.
So he has to hook up with this witch, and then she starts turning into a monster. And she flies away. Man, he tosses into the fire.
Yeah, he tosses into the fire, yeah. And then she just kind of flies out laughing.
Yeah.
That is scary, man, for a child to see somebody.
Exactly. But the thing is, this never comes up again.
No.
No mention of it, This is your son, But we meet Sopatai, who is his archer companion.
Yep.
Dude never acted before. He was just a surfer.
Yep. And the funny thing is that he's in this movie North Shore. I saw the guy. I'm like, I know him familiar. And he's in North Shore. Which is kind of like a surfing movie. It's a surfing movie.
Surfing movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, they get to this village, and I like the whole montage. They're eating food, and just doing everything and stuff like that. But the freaking pigs, man. There's that one part where they're just like all those pigs. And then the best part of the whole damn movie, that damn camel.
That camel, oh yeah.
He's like stumbling down the stairs and like bumps into a camel and just knocks it out. Like no reason. But we meet Valeria. She comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's when they're going up the tower.
Yeah, cool tower. I like that. The whole look of that. But yeah, she's gonna take him to the snake cult temple, and awesome scenes. They're doing their chants. You got the virgin gonna be sacrificed. Mm-hmm. They go down there and they get the jewel. That big old giant snake. Now, like he said it in the book, like he talks about that scene. He said he was like, when the snake was squeezing him, it was actually crushing him. Yeah. And then like there's a big blood pack on it that he had to hit with the sword and try to make it look real. Yeah. I can't imagine like what people thought about that shit in the theater, like when they saw it at the time, because it still looked decent.
Yeah, it does.
But like when like people saw it originally in 1982 in the movie theater, it must have went nuts.
Conan, my favorite movie of all time.
But there's no like transition of time or anything. They don't have a montage. Like, basically, there's no explanation for their love interest. Basically, Valeria and Conan are kind of in love. Yep. But it's just really quick. But I do enjoy when they're all drunk and sleeping in the soup. But they're brought to King Orsic. Yes. Very underused Max Saito. He wants his daughter rescued by the snake cult. Yep. He just gives him some gems. He's just like, take them all, take them all, and just pouring them out like,
bring me my dog. You can have more than that if you want.
Yeah. But yeah, she's been taken by the snake cult, and Conan, obsessed with finding the snake cult. Yeah. Decides to go off on his own. And this whole scene, I don't know why, because it's not. She has her moments, but I don't think Valeria, like her, is a very attractive woman.
Oh, you don't like her?
Honestly, I say like I didn't think she was attractive at the beginning so much, but when she had the kind of like the makeup on, like she had like the long, got to see more of her physical. Yeah. Like when she was running around, like she was looking good then.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that she probably did her own stunts also.
Yeah, she's a dancer.
Yeah, and I think she's also a stunt woman.
Yeah, she was in some late night Boo movie I saw like a couple years ago. It was just like, oh, it's a chicken Conan. Can't remember what it's called. It's like some Fatal Attraction bullshit. But he goes to infiltrate the snake cult. Oh wait, no, part. He's wearing some cool. I like the armor. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. And he's wearing that, and he meets it with the wizard.
What wizard?
Miko. Like he gets over there and he tells him like,
that's right.
Because he comes out and he's like, I'll put a spell on you. And
that's
like,
right.
You don't know magic.
I mean, look at him coming out of this
crazy hood.
Yeah, exactly. It's off the ground. They look crazy.
He strips down the armor like to go infiltrate this cult.
Yes,
like because they got like a whole village of people, man.
Yeah, there's people waiting because like they're not guaranteed to go up there. Right. It's like they come down and they pick some people and they go up there.
And so he's like walking through this place, and then like this one snake cult priest comes just.
It's like he knew.
Well, he's like he knew, but he's like come over here. I got something. I'm like popsicles for you.
And he's like already rubbing his hands together and stuff.
Yeah. Just knock him out.
Yes, indeed.
Now, I say impressive because this is 1982. This wasn't no CGI on this. All those were real damn people, man. I was just like, that is a ton of people. That's like a whole country.
Yep, and you can spot Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like, dude, he's too big to be wearing this thing he was wearing. Yep. Put the disguising.
And instead of wearing like the white robe like everyone else, he wears the priest robe, so he stands out more. Oh, and then he's got that
that medallion thing that he's showing everybody.
Yeah.
He wants to get caught.
They're like, everybody's got a black one. He's like, mine's jade, fools. Yeah, so they capture him, and he's tortured.
Yep.
They just beat him like Jesus.
They crucify him.
Yeah. But Thor questions about the eye of the serpent. And then, like, just a crazy scene, like, I'm going to show you what power is.
Yep.
He just tells that girl, yo, come over here. And She like face plants into the
Damn.
dead
dog.
Yeah, he's crucified on the tree of woe.
Jep, tree of woe.
And what'd you think about that whole scene? Cause
with the tree,
yeah,
the woe, or the bird eating at him and stuff. He bit the bird.
Yeah, like that was they talk about that in the book too, because that was, they had real birds, but then that bird they used for it was a bird that had died like the earlier that day or whatever. Because they were going to use a puppet, and the puppet looks terrible.
So they used a real dead bird.
Yeah, he used a real dead bird. And then after that, he had to go and like get all like his mouth all cleaned out and stuff.
Oh yeah, but they gargling bleach.
Conan is found. Subutai comes just running.
Yeah, just running. How do you know he was even there?
He was going, I don't know. Just coming like. Because at first I was like, is that like? Because you see him running, and then like he goes down the hill. I was like, man, it's a hallucination.
That's what I thought too.
I was like, how's it get off this tree? I couldn't remember.
Oh my god!
But yeah, they take him down, and he's on the verge of death. They take him to the wizard, Wizard of the Mounds, who informs him to save him. It'll take a heavy toll.
Yeah,
she agrees. Larry's like, whatever,
heavy toll.
And then they just start drawing on him.
Yep,
just cover him. But scene's nuts. Like he tells them the spirits are gonna come.
Yes.
And that's another scene I bet you people lost their mind.
Yeah.
He's in the house just screaming like,
I need a wizard.
He's just freaking out like, help me. But yeah,
oh god.
He's revived. You get the cool swinging his sword around.
Yep.
Now think about the swords. They had 2 of those swords made. They were like $10,000 a piece.
Back in '82.
Yeah, they were super expensive. Everything else was. These were had to be like really crafted.
Yeah.
And I want to say Conan, Dino Tech took one, and I think Arnold Schwarzenegger got one as well.
Wow.
But it's when I get to trivia, I have something for it.
Man, you can buy a couple calls with $10,000 back in '82.
'82. But they decide to go. They're going back to the temple. They actually go infiltrate their base while they're having a huge orgy party
going on.
Something like that. Soundtrack's kicking, man. They got. I love the set. You know, it's got costumes great. The lighting's great. It's just awesome looking. Dudes are making this weird soup.
Yes, with body parts in it.
Yeah. Women chained to pillars. People having sex.
Yep.
And Thulsa Doom overlooking it all.
All of it.
And then he just starts turning into a snake.
Yeah. Before it even kind of kicks off, he's turning into a snake.
Yes. And his makeup is still, you can obviously tell.
Yeah.
But it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it did.
I don't remember. I must have blocked it out from my childhood. But if I was seeing that young, I'd probably freaked out.
That's the snake man.
Yeah. But the trio, they start fighting. And it's just, classic 80s violence, big blood packs and stuff.
Yep.
They had a thing in here, too, where these actors, I forgot what, I think they were Spanish, all these actors that they have. Yeah. And they would overreact. They would die, they'd get cut, and they hit the ground, and just like flailing around and stuff. And they basically had to tell them, like, you need to just die. Like, we're going to kill you and you're going to move on. And they had to do something for them to compensate them, but they didn't want to, like, they want to think everything to be over the top. But it's like just blood plaques, like I said, just lots of screaming, cool fights. They escape with the princess. Yep. Snake arrows. Yes, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Takes a snake and stretches it out, makes it into an arrow, and catches her in the side. That thing is deep in her too, man.
Yeah, it was deep in her.
Pulling it out.
He pulls it out. That effect, because the snake kind of coils back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's pretty cool.
So she dies, and Conan holds her, braces her while she dies. And then they decide, the men are coming for him. Yeah. So they set up a big old Home Alone trap. And fun scene too. Yeah. It's gory, just people getting cut, smashed. I love the part where he got his helmet on the thing and the dude's he's there.
He hits it.
And then Conan, he's about to be taken out. He's lost his sword, I forgot exactly what, but he's on the ground. Dude's got the advantage of him. And then Valeria appears as a Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, yeah.
Shining. And he destroys his father's sword, kills the man who welded it. And then you just get like a cut of, like the temple. Doom's like talking over his followers and stuff. Yeah. Conan just coming up behind him. And I love the ending scene because he tries to mesmerize him. So and the lines he given in there too is great because he's like, "What are you if not for me?" You know?
Yeah.
He's like, "I am the well sprung which you flow." It's pretty powerful, pretty awesome, and delivered greatly by James Earl Jones. Before his head is cut off, and it's not just like cut off, man. He hacks him.
He makes sure it's coming off.
Oh yeah, and chucks it down there.
Yep.
And the sound of it, man. The sound effect of it.
Yep.
They must have thrown a big coconut or something.
Man.
But anyway, what's your favorite part of this whole movie? Like,
all right, let's see. My favorite part of this movie is probably when the beginning.
the beginning, like
Yeah.
the village being attacked, or
The village, like the music's playing. Well, it starts off.
the soundtrack is amazing.
Mako is the narrator. The music kicks in. The scout guy, I guess you is. He kind of runs up and he jumps up on the rock right before the men come up to attack the village. I like that scene, that shot of him standing
In the woods. What?
Yeah.
I thought that was Conan at the first.
You thought it was Conan?
Yeah.
No, man, that was the scout for Doom and his snake
Doom's
people.
guy. Okay,
yeah, those people. But right before they attack, I remember if they are attacking, they just hadn't made it to the village to start killing people yet.
Right.
And so the guy's on the rock and he's just looking because he's a scout. And they come running past him. And the music is playing, it's getting louder, and everything is going on. And he kind of just sets up what kind of movie this is going to be.
Yeah, I love. I like the music. I love the soundtrack of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have it somewhere. It's in a box of CDs in storage, I think. But I want to go break it out and just drive around and listen to it.
Put down your windows and have it bumping out the stairs.
That's right. That'd be my soundtrack I play. Because I was thinking the other day I went to get fast food, and they it's one of those times where they're like, "Oh, can you pull up, sir?" And you gotta wait for them. So I'm always like, "What could I be playing when they walk up?" That'd be just so weird or offensive,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Pretty cool.
I'll play the Conan soundtrack. Just driving with fries in my mouth. Anyway, my favorite scene is probably when they counterattack, when they come to their they have their little Stonehenge kind of base fight.
Yes.
Fight. That's probably mine. And then at the end, of course, alludes to that there's going to be Conan's going to be king.
Yeah.
And they basically shot that. They put all that makeup on him. They did that. I think that was the first shot they did for the movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Made him the old king first, huh?
One of the old first one. So, let's see. I have some Conan trivia for you. Now, did you own this movie?
Yes.
You picked it up? Let's see, pull this one up for you real quick. I have I picked up this one on. I had this one on Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna pay for Destroyer. I was gonna buy Destroyer on Blu-ray. If I could have got them together, I totally would have.
Yeah, see, that's how I ended up with it and got them together.
Yeah, because I saw a DVD set like that. I went to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, some trivia for this. Arnold Schwarzenegger had weapons training, martial arts training, and horseback riding from specialists. He trained with an 11-pound broadsword 2 hours a day for 3 months. Like I said, each one of the broadswords cost $10,000 and had to look weathered. He also learned climbing techniques, how to fall, how to roll, how to jump in the air. James Earl Jones was the last-minute addition to the cast because of his comments on Broadway. He and Arnold Schwarzenegger actually became friends on the set. That was also in the book, which was pretty cool because they would actually hang out in the trailer after filming.
Yeah,
and he would give they would work out together, James Earl Jones and stuff. But he helped him with his acting a lot because he was reading his lines, and he basically he was such a good actor, like James Earl Jones. He immediately saw what his problem was.
Yeah,
when he was reading the lines, he was reading the spaces. So he was just space it more, so it does more natural.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just gave him little tips and really helped him out. Arnold Schwarzenegger is not wearing a wig; it's his own hair. In 1979, he began growing his hair out just for the movie.
Yeah.
As you were right, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sandal Bergen did their own stunts because no suitable body doubles could be found. And this, I already mentioned this. In an interview, John Manila said that the dogs they used in the film were very unfriendly and dangerous, even as far as say, when you had dogs chasing Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's running. He's actually running for his life. Because these dogs are dangerous. They even attack their trainer.
Oh my God.
Dogs are assholes.
That should tell you something. When the dog is attacking the man that feeds it.
It's that dog from National Lampoon's Vacation.
Set fire to that dog.
Conan's response to the Mongol general is an abbreviation of a real quote attributed to Genghis Khan. The greatest pleasure is to vanquish your enemies and chase them before you, rob them of their wealth and see them bathe in tears, and to ride horses and clasp your bosom, your wives and daughters. Like I said, Conan the Barbarian was intended to be a franchise with a 6-movie franchise. Mm-hmm. But because of something that happened with the next movie, which let's get into now.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do this. Conan the Destroyer. This is the movie I'm most familiar with. You know?
Yeah.
When I started thinking about Conan movies, this is the one that came to mind because this is the one I've seen the most.
Yeah, this one I saw first.
Yeah, TBS will put this thing on heavy rotation. Is that where you saw it? Or HBO, you said?
I saw it HBO, yeah.
Let's see. And the first thing I remember about this movie, every time when I think about this movie, I always think about that mirror room. That's the part that always...
Yeah, with the wizard.
Yep. But this movie, once again, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger as the title character, Conan. Grace Jones as Zula. Wilt Chamberlain as Bombata. His only acting role.
Really? He did nothing else?
That dude was busy, man. That dude said he slept with 20,000 women?
Something like that. A lot of women. Whew, who got time for that? He was doing 3-4 women a night?
Yeah.
A day? Something like that.
I read that... I think it was on Snopes, but they were trying to is this really happen?
Is this possible?
And they said it was he was always on trips, so he was very, very much like a playboy. And they said it was possible, but very hard to do.
Yeah.
And they said, well, one of his friends that was close to him, they were like, well, he did couple, So I don't know. The world will never know.
The world will never know the truth.
Makos reappears again as the wizard. You have Sarah Douglas. She played Queen Tarmus, and then my girl Olivia DeBow. She's best known for me from Wonder Years.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Years.
Now you know,
always had a crush on her.
She was in an episode of you don't watch the show. The episode of Psych.
Oh, tried. Sorry.
You'd be surprised how many people from all the movies watched have
appeared in Psych.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, that should be like a theme. Oh, this person showed up in Psych. This person showed up in Psych too.
Olivia DeBow. She's probably from best known for the Wonder Years, long run on that show. But she also does a lot of voice acting. She's up there. She's no Tara Strong or anything like that, but she's she's been in a lot of the Batman movies, Invader Zim, and still working today, still looking beautiful as ever. But this movie, I think you were saying, I think being PG-13 was one of the reasons that I was exposed to it sooner. Yeah, because I want to say the first time I saw TBS used to play the Red Sonja a lot. And the first time I saw Red Sonja, I thought it was another Conan movie.
Yeah, it might as well be.
You're right. But that's also its weakness, because when they were getting ready to do it, E.T. had come out, and they were saw how much money Steven Spielberg was making. Yeah, Conan had made a lot of money. Let's make it PG-13, more accessible to people, can make it a little bit more family friendly, we'll make a ton more money. And Arnold was totally against it. Yeah, he fought it. The director fought it, but they got overruled, and the movie became PG-13 and kind of goofy. Yeah, kind of goofy. But when this movie starts up, man, you see Arnold, and the dude's in his prime, and he was just probably as big as he was when he wasn't bodybuilding, for as a film. Yeah, huge dude. And right away, also you see his acting is actually quite better. His acting was maybe. Maybe. But Queen Tarmus approaches Conan, tells him that if he does a mission for her, she'll give him the one thing he wants. Yeah. Which is his long lost love, Laria. Yep. I don't like his sidekick. I don't know what's the sidekick's name in this movie. He looks like Rob Schneider.
Malik or something. I think his name is Malik or something.
Looks like Rob Schneider.
You don't like his sidekick?
No, it's too goofy, man. It takes me out of it.
But that's what he's there for.
You're right. This whole movie is goofy. The Queen looks like Evil Lynn, from He-Man. But yeah, basically they send him on on a mission. She has to take the girl to get the jewel. Yep. And then bring it back, and they're going to sacrifice her.
Yeah, they're going to kill her.
And I forgot the best part. When they reach the town, everybody's excited because Conan's coming.
Yes,
Conan's coming to town, and he sees the camel.
Yes.
And the camel just, they're like, even like foreshadow, like, does that camel look familiar to you? And Arnold's like, I'm sorry. You know? Camel just spits in this, like, dude, just nasty.
And that's real. That was real.
I remember he knocks that camel out. So they do make the third Conan movie. He's got to, like, pick that camel up. And,
oh my God. How you know that to say you camel?
he says it. The guy, well, no.
I mean, yeah, but like, how do you pick out the same camel? I mean, what's the last? Is it the same city?
I mean, that's kind of setting up this movie right there.
Yeah,
so,
you know.
Lord knows.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, on their quest, they camp outside like the what was the castle?
I don't know. They walk up to a cat. They go to the throne room. The queen gives more details about the whole thing, and we introduced to the chick, which I can't remember my name. What was the
Princess Jenna?
Yeah. And she's having nightmares, and Bubata comes in, and then the queen comes in, and then the queen, she tells Bubata that
don't let nothing happen. Don't let her virginity get taken.
Yeah, don't let nothing happen to her virginity. And once y'all get the jewel or whatever he's supposed to get, he's supposed to attack Conan.
Right. And while they're on there, they leave, and pretty much right early they meet Grace Jones.
Grace Jones, yeah.
She's being like.
She tied to something, and they're just playing around with it, I guess.
Yeah,
why not just kill her?
She's a wild one.
That is a wild one. I mean, she was wild in real life, so they picked a great role for her. Now, maybe you can answer this for me. What was Grace Jones famous for? Like, before, like, I always knew, that's Grace Jones. I'm like, what did she do?
I don't know, man.
Like, I want to say she was a model, but... Really? She was.
I'm looking it up right now so we can see.
Was the standards that low?
Let's see. She's in show business. Okay, let's see. No, she did model. Yeah,
she was a model. Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, that's what she did. She was a model at 18, and since her looks weren't very successfully received, she moved to Paris, France, where her androgynous bald, dark-skinned appearance fostered her potential. And she started acting. She was in Gordon's War, Conan the Destroyer, A View to Kill, Boomerang.
Oh yeah, I remember that Boomerang. That was a scene.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Conan. Arnold. I say Conan. Arnold Schwarzenegger in his book talks about this movie, like filming it and everything, and they had a lot of fun doing it. But he says that Grace Jones and Wilt Chamberlain did not get along.
I bet.
You're the only woman I don't want to sleep with.
Oh my god!
But yeah,
man.
They would fight because he would call her. He would tell her that she was African American, and she was like, "I'm a Jamaican."
Well, yeah.
But they would just like go back and forth, man. Like, Arnold would like,
maybe just say that just to piss her off.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said in the book. Arnold says he just liked to get on their skin. But she, I can't remember the guy now, but for his wedding and stuff like that, like everybody was like sitting, the wedding's going on and stuff.
Yeah,
and everybody's been sitting down, like the wedding's happening, and like Grace Jones walks in, and I can't remember who she came in with. It was another celebrity. No. He's a painter. God, he does all the Andy Warhol.
Okay.
Andy Warhol and Grace Jones walked in, and they were wearing like the crazy outfits and stuff. And they just kicked open the door in the middle of the wedding and just like walked in. But I thought it was pretty awesome. I forgot to mention Pat Roach. He's a pretty big actor from the 80s. He's a lot of not a big actor, but a lot of stunts. Mm-hmm. He's in all the Indiana Jones movies. He dies in every Indiana Jones movie. He's like the big Russian. Yeah. And then like gets pushed into the blade. He's also the one that in Temple of Doom gets crushed. I think he dies twice in Temple of Doom. And then
get him twice.
He gets thrown out of the blimp in The Last Crusade. Well, anyway, they get to they camp outside that castle, and that king just, I want her. Yeah. He comes out in this flying rainbow. That scene did not hold up.
No, it didn't.
No, none of that does.
No, it didn't. No.
But yeah, Conan goes in there, and he realizes, like, it's straight up, like, copy of Enter the Dragon. Like, starts breaking the mirrors.
Breaking glass,
and the others are just hanging on the other side.
They're just watching. They can break the glass from their side.
Yeah.
Because they kind of like just kind of bang on it with their hand. Do they really use the weapon? I love that scene when he's swinging him from his feet.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, man. That was great.
This movie is. First one's action fantasy.
Yes.
This one's fantasy comedy.
God. Yes, it is. Yes, it. I love the scene. I thought it was funny when they're leaving. You know, the castle tower thing is crumbling, and then Mako goes, "It was all an illusion," but yet it's all like blue screen or something.
Right. I did like that Mako had more of a role in this one, and even he was kind of comedy.
Yeah.
So he wasn't freaking out wizard.
Oh man.
But I don't know. Like this one, I was excited when I first started watching the first one.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, I was like, man, oh yeah, I got another one to watch right after this. And
Yeah.
stuff. Another Conan movie. It's gonna be great. Like, and then I go watch Red Sonja. Like,
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much fun. And it was just like once I got to that top of that mountain,
Yeah.
I started snowballing now.
I mean, the first movie is just way too good, man. It's a great movie. This one, you know, it's not the same kind of movie.
No.
They were going for another direction. They want everybody to love Conan. And the thing is, everybody already loved Conan. Even at rated R, it was fine. You know, kids watched it.
Right.
So, what was the whole point of the PG-13? I don't know.
Trying to make more money.
Being too greedy.
Yep. And then the thing about this, after this movie came out, they were just like, well, we're not gonna make any more Conan movies. But Arnold actually got asked to be in Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to be in Terminator. Well, he went to talk to Dino De Laurentiis because he's under contract.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I want to do a different movie with this guy James Cameron. And he's like, oh well, no. He's like, you're contracted with me. He's like, well, I'll do one more movie, but not a Conan movie.
Yeah.
You just tell me what it's going to be, and I'll do it. You know. He's like, but I really want to make this Terminator movie. I like the script.
Yeah.
So Arnold went. They agreed to it. So they're like, all right, when I have the script ready, I'm going to call you, and you're going to be in this movie, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So he agreed to it, but he went to do Terminator, and it was kind of interesting because he was originally supposed to be Kyle Reese in Terminator.
Yeah.
And do you know who was supposed to be the original Terminator?
Sinbad.
Close.
Who?
O.J. Simpson. The Juice.
The Juice.
But while I think they were meeting and they were going over the script and talking about the characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Arnold was like, the Terminator. Does he understand that the Terminator is like a robot that you have to be? You can't, when you shoot the gun, you can't flinch. You know, you got to just be automatic.
Yeah.
He's like, when you reload the gun, don't look at it. You know, a robot wouldn't look at the gun while you just everything went on.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's brilliant. He's like, do you want to be the Terminator?
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh no, I don't want to be a villain. I don't want to play a villain. I want to play a hero.
Yeah.
But they talked him into it, and I mean,
yeah.
That
all. Yeah, not O.J. Simpson. I'm sorry.
And then one of the things about it is last thing about Terminator is the line, the famous line, Arnold's famous line, "I'll be back." Originally, when he saw the line, he was supposed to read it. He's like, he was big on learning English.
Yeah,
like he had to learn to read it and speak it. He was going to college and stuff. Well, he was like, shouldn't it be "I will be back"? Would be correct? And he's like, just read it how it is. So at first he wanted it to be different, and then he did it. And, it stuck. And of course now he does it pretty much every movie.
Yeah. I will be back.
But anyway, because of Conan the Destroyer tanked. I mean, it made its money back.
Yeah.
But it wasn't blockbuster. So they decided to do Red Sonja.
Yeah.
And they called Arnold in, and he was going to do a bit part in Red Sonja. So he flew out to I forgot where they filmed it at. Might like Italy or something like that.
Yeah.
But he flew out there and met with Brigitte Nielsen, and they filmed it out there. But he was only supposed to have a small role.
Yeah.
And if you look at the poster, you look at the
I know you swear that was Conan in that movie. He has his Conan pose.
And he even he was actually kind of annoyed because they took scenes that like they were going to delete, or like they made his character way more in the movie than it originally was supposed to be.
Yeah,
like he was supposed to just pop up, help her out, and then come at the end and stuff like that. And he wound up. This is all stuff from the book, but him and her had an affair on the set.
Which one?
Red Sonja. Brigitte. Well, he wasn't married yet.
Yeah,
he was, but he was involved with Maria Shriver. He had asked her to marry, but she wanted to finish. I think she was doing some I forgot what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
But she said, wait till this is done, and then we'll get married. But yeah, he hooked up with her on the set because actually he admits it in the book, but there's actually pictures of them on set. And she came to America and then she was expecting they're gonna keep going and hook up some more.
Yeah.
And he's like, whoa, lady,
whoa, hold them horses. Let me tell you.
I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
So
but Stallone's over there.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. She went from Arnold to Stallone.
God dog.
To Flavor Flav.
The Flavor Flav. Went from big men to short men to big clocks.
Yeah. Wow, crazy woman. The other thing about Conan, we'll talk about, they are making a third one.
No, they are making a third one.
They are making a third one. And they showed I think it's gonna start filming maybe in the end of this year.
Yeah.
But I was like, Arnold in it.
Yeah.
He's gonna play the old Conan.
Wow.
And it's gonna take place like years later. He's basically has to come back in and fight, and he's the king. You know.
It's not PG-13, right?
As far as I know, it's supposed to be hard R.
Yeah, rated R.
But people were talking about it. Like I was reading about it on comingsoon.net and some other things, and people were like, "Man, he can't play that role anymore." And they were saying he was too old and was out of shape. And then somebody posted a picture of him, like on the beach, like a recent picture. Dude's getting back in shape.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because they had a picture of him like a while back where he was just kind of like, I think he was like eating a hot dog or something. Yeah, like the belly and stuff, and people were just like, man, just let it go. You know?
Let it go.
But now he's divorced. That man's just like, I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna do some movies.
Gotta get some more women.
Yep. So I'm excited about it, man. I hope. I really hope the new one's good. Like I hope the fantasy movie we all want it to be, like it matches the first one. They can just skip the second one. Like just a retcon, you know.
Let's say it was all a dream.
There you go.
Conan dreamt it.
Would you want to see any of the characters from the original movies come back?
I can't see Mako.
No.
He already passed. Maybe they can finally bring Valera back to life.
Ooh, I don't know. She yeah, maybe,
yeah,
because she hasn't aged that great. No,
she had to age better than Red Sonja.
Oh God, but that's years of hard drugs and alcohol, man.
Look that lady up, and she's like what 52, and she looks like she's at least 62.
Yeah, she was bad alcohol.
Man,
she
got at least look better than that.
Well, I thought like when she was in like Rocky and like Cobra and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I used to think she was hot. You know? She did some weird space movie I saw with her in it.
Like recently?
No,
a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll find the name of it.
It was a space movie.
Oh yeah, she was gorgeous back in the day. Let's see if I find
she must be tall too. She looks tall.
Oh, she's tall.
So, I mean, I know Flavor Flav is tiny, but that lady looks tall.
No, she's huge. Let's see if I find her real fast. Galaxis. Let's show you the cover real quick.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I've seen that cover before. Yeah, I think I saw it on Netflix. Seen the cover before somewhere.
Richard Mall's in that movie. That's Bull from Night Court.
Yeah.
This movie got a 2.5.
Oh, can't be that bad.
That's bad. Legend says that the sacred crystals is the source of all life and was created at the beginning of time. Kyla has sought the crystals to use his powers for himself and takes the crystal. Oh, I'm gonna read the rest.
Give me the whole movie.
It takes the crystal after smashing the defenders of the planet Centaura. But there is another identical crystal on Earth, and Lara heads there to get it before the evil Kala. She finds that I can't read no more of this. I was trying to see like if it said, oh wait, Jed and Lara must find the crystal before Kyla and the Clues cops are the dim-witted villains. Yeah, this is a classic. They recommend watching this or watching Star Crystal, which is another crappy movie I've seen too. One too many. All right. And then, like lastly, you saw the remake for Conan.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else on that?
Oh, did you ever watch that movie?
Cole?
Cole, yeah. Did you watch it?
Okay, yeah, that's also a good point. Yes, I watched half of Cole. Did you watch it?
I watched like the beginning.
Yeah, it's hard to get
It's something. I mean, because like I didn't really. Well, you know what I mean. Hercules is
Cole the Conqueror, Kevin Sorbo.
I'm still thinking Hercules, because that's
That's exactly what it is. It's Cole the Conqueror came out in I don't know the year on hand.
It's like 90 something.
I think it was 98.
It's 98.
Yeah, see. But starring Kevin Sorbo, who was like big into really huge for it was 97. That was close.
97.
Yeah. But yeah, that one got a 4.8. But Kevin Sorbo, he was Hercules' Legendary Adventures.
Yep.
Tia Carrere, which I used to. That was my girl from Wayne's World. Thomas Ian Griffin's in it. I don't think anybody else really worth mentioning. Oh, Pat Roach is in there too.
He dies in this movie also.
I'm sure. But yeah, Cole. It's basically it was going to be the third Conan movie. I think Conan the Conqueror.
Yeah.
And after the second one bombed, the script was just they basically reworked the script, changed some things, or changed the characters, and got Cole. And actually, if you look at the European box art for this movie, it says Son of Conan.
Son of Conan.
But yeah, this movie, like, whoo, you want to like, this movie just screams 90s, man. Like, it starts up and it's just got that hard rock playing.
Yeah.
And, it's so flashy over the top.
Everybody has like a mullet.
Yeah, and the thing about the movie is it tries to be a comedy too. Like, it has a lot of jokes in it and stuff in it.
Really?
Oh man, there's tons of jokes in it. Ooh, it's a big pile of shit. And I got a good copy of it, man. Like, I was trying to watch it and I was just like, the first time I turned it on, that music started, I was like, no, not now. I gotta watch something else. So I put it back on later and I watched it, but man, just watch the trailer. The trailer, I swear, there's a part in the trailer where they have the music skip when they make a joke.
Yeah.
Somebody says something. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where like we're trained to laugh at.
Yes.
Yeah, that annoying shit. Yeah, it does that in that movie. But yeah, that you can skip that one. Watch Conan the Barbarian. If you want to laugh and see a product of his time, watch Destroyer. Don't watch Red Sonja.
Don't watch Red Sonja.
One thing that's cool with Red Sonja is a little kid, Ernie Reyes Jr.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Ernie Reyes Jr. I like his little sidekick. Well, I say his helper.
His helper.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's parts are,
they're good.
Not about as good as it was in Destroyer. It's messed up what they did to those women during the beginning.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, they threw those women in that pit, and then they threw the thing that opens up the pit in the pit. Oh, that's messed up. Why don't you just kill them?
Speaking of pits, man, I guess we're done talking about Conan. Speaking of pits, have you just made me think of Army of Darkness. Have you seen the trailer for Ash vs. Evil Dead?
No.
Oh my god, it looks amazing.
Really?
Yes. Evil Dead series on Starz is going to be violent. Bruce Campbell in it looking awesome as Ash. Like, it looks like it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Well, and this is the second movie, huh? The second,
This is a series.
Oh, so it's going to be a television series?
Yeah, it's going to be a...
Oh, yeah.
Ash versus Army of Darkness.
So, I mean, like, because I know they did, like, the remake movie.
Oh, no, yeah, that was... Did you see
that? No, I didn't see it. So, it wasn't any good?
It's all right.
It's all right?
I mean, you just got to go into it. It's not like it's not goofy at all.
Yeah.
It's It came out like around the same time as Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods is a way better movie.
Really?
Oh yeah. But I will say this: like, I went to see that movie. One of my friends, and I got there to the movie theater late, and the only seats they really had was in the front and the neck break.
Yeah.
And that movie starts up and it's like woods, and it drops down. Man, I feel like you can break your neck. But if you want like just a gross ass movie, like watch that movie. That movie is disgusting. Like, and you keep thinking that it's gonna at one point it's gonna basically be like Evil Dead. It's gonna get the chainsaw. You can get something silly, but now it just goes for the throat the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah. It came out at a time when we're still getting them where we were getting these like horror movies that were just like gore porn.
Yeah.
Like freaking Insidious. Did you see that shit?
No.
Oh, that movie is fucking hard to watch, man. It's people just getting killed, like getting pushed in a pool, like tied to lawn chairs and pushed into pools.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, man.
See, this is why you need guns. Let's shoot people, man. There's none with that.
Yeah.
But no, let's do something disgusting.
Oh yeah, that and I watched another horror movie the other night, and I was just like, wow, this is just almost unwatchable. So gross. But there's a scene in Evil Dead with the girl. I don't want to spoil it, but like it's near the end, and Oh man, I almost closed my eyes.
Man,
It's just gross.
golly, I'm about to find these movies.
Yeah.
Look at the close his eye.
Any other shows you've been watching?
Let's see. Oh, I did finish watching True Detective.
Oh,
the second season. Yeah.
Oh man, what did you think about the second season?
I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I was satisfied, I guess.
I was disappointed. I was thoroughly disappointed, man.
With the whole thing or just last episode?
Well, the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil that either, but the desert scene at the end. Mm-hmm. Ooh, man, I was on the edge of my seat.
What?
I was on the edge, man. I was like, oh no, not him. That can't happen. No, that was rough, man. That made my stomach turn.
Really?
When they like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked so real.
Man.
Yeah, I literally like had a chill go up my back and kind of got squeamish because that looked. I'd never want that. You know, just light me on fire. But yeah, I mean. I felt like the narrative it had so many characters, and then like I didn't feel like it was wrapped up good enough. Like I thought they had 2 more episodes after that. I thought it was gonna be 10 episodes. So I was kind of like, when we clicked it on, it was like the finale, and I was like, holy shit, they got a lot of stuff to answer. Yeah. And then of course, you know, it wasn't a happy ending. I can say that much.
Yeah.
So first season way better.
Yeah.
No, let's just play. We'll play a game real quick. Mm-hmm. If you had to cast season 3, I mean, obviously they're gonna make a season 3. Just somebody you would want. Let's pick. Okay, obviously the 4 characters I think was kind of overkill.
Yeah, that was too many. I thought that was too many.
So let's say we're gonna do maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be your ideal male role?
I have no idea.
First one that comes to the top of my head, like I think I'd like to see Edward Norton in it.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoy Edward Norton. I think he'd do good.
I hadn't seen Edward Norton in anything recently, though.
Let's see Edward Norton.
He played him recently. I hadn't seen anything.
What about a woman? Can you think of a woman?
No, that's even harder than me.
Oh, man. I would like to see. I'd like to see Keaton do it too as a male. I want to see like a gruff. Like it doesn't have to be a male or female. I like maybe like a young cop and an old cop that's about to retire. You know.
Yeah.
And like a Clint Eastwood. I know he wouldn't do that movie, but I mean, that dude's still kicking it, man.
Yeah.
But
you know what I'd like to see? I can't think of the guy's name. I'm trying to think of something he played in. He played in because I've seen him in other movies. British dude. He played in trying to think of something you would have saw. The Serenity movie. He was the bad guy.
Can't think of his name either.
Yeah, it's something foreign. I mean, he's British, but I think his name might be African or something. And I'd like to see him, or maybe trying to think of somebody else who could do the role.
Well, you could have like the.
I mean, I'm trying to think of male actors like I like watching.
Right.
Like I like watching his movies.
I'd like to see.
I like watching Brad Pitt, but I don't see him as he's too clean. Like Brad Pitt.
Clean?
Yeah.
Oh no, man.
No, man. I mean, like in the first season, I looked at Matthew McConaughey and what you call it. They look like they play so many different roles that it's been like Woody Harrelson. I mean, even though I've seen him in a lot of comedies, I also seen him in a lot of serious things, and he can just do that kind of stuff. I'm not saying Brad Pitt couldn't do it.
Well, I'm thinking when you're saying Brad Pitt, right when you said that, all I could think of was Seven. Because he plays.
Well, yeah, but even then he was kind of clean in Seven, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean,
what's in the box?
What's in the box?
You say Woody Harrelson's getting kind of silly. I'm just thinking, I'm Galaxia. Is that from Anger Management?
Yeah.
That was terrible. I'd like to see. I know she's busy with Daredevil, but Rosario Dawson.
Really?
Yeah, I think she'd be cool. I like her.
She could be like the new cop or something, or somebody just becoming a detective. Yeah.
Chris Tucker.
No.
I watched the stand-up.
Unless it's gonna be a comedy.
I watched the stand-up. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. But anyway, you're saying Edward Norton. You hadn't seen him anything lately. The last things he did was The Bourne Legacy. He was
in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Grand Budapest Hotel, which
movie.
You need to watch that movie. There's one scene in there that cracked me up so much. They're like escaping, and it's like I think it's Nazis. It's been a while since I've seen it, but is they open this hatch. It's like a couple of them. They open this hatch, and there's just like 4 of these soldiers just sitting there like playing cards, and they just all look up, and the dude like he doesn't say anything. It's such Wes Anderson. I love his movies, but it's just the guy doesn't like say anything or like acknowledge the other guys. Basically, he just looks down. He just pulls out his boot knife and just drops in the hole. And that's it.
And that's it.
But the other movie, he was in Birdman.
Hadn't seen it.
Hadn't seen Birdman?
No, hadn't seen it.
Bird is awesome. Watch Birdman. Birdman's cool because it's almost all it's. I think there's 2 takes in the whole movie.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Wow.
Like they have to learn like 20 plus pages of dialogue because I mean the camera follows them around the whole set. It's awesome. It's not what I thought it was going to be when I watched Birdman.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be. It kind of looked like a superhero movie.
Yeah,
but it's like about a play pretty much and some other things. And is he crazy or not? But I mean that's why I won all those awards.
Man, you know what? Who else I hadn't seen in anything in a while was he could do it was Don Cheadle.
Yeah,
I hadn't seen him. Last time I saw Don Cheadle was when you showed me that Captain Planet thing.
Oh, what was saying? Don't pollute up, turn you into a fucking tree. Well, no, he's in
he was in something like
he's a War Machine. He was in Avengers 2.
Yeah, I guess.
And he's going to be in he's in Captain America.
Yeah.
Because you seen that? I was talking about media, talking about nerd stuff. Have you seen they showed the teams for Civil War?
No, because I was on YouTube messing around and I saw like a thing, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, well, basically they're going to do the Marvel Civil War where Captain America and Iron Man are going to butt heads so much, which they already started kind of doing in the last movie.
Yeah,
and they're going to form sides and go against each other. It's going to split up the Marvel universe, change stuff. They'll probably kill another character off. But Cap's side is Hawkeye. Hawkeye, Ant-Man, I'm trying to remember all the characters on the side. Falcon, which they showed Falcon actually has his robotic bird now.
Oh, okay.
Iron Man's side is War Machine. No, War Machine?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it should be War Machine now. What am I saying? What side is whatchamacallit on? I don't know, I forgot the lady name.
Scarlet Witch?
There you go.
Well,
it's not Scarlet Witch, but the other lady, man, the main one, who's been in like
Black Widow.
There you go.
Surprisingly, Black Widow is on Iron Man's side.
What?
Yep. I was trying to find that picture.
I'm surprised. That is surprising.
Yeah, I saw it too. Here we go. This is the teams. Captain America's side: Hawkeye, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, Winter Soldier, Ant-Man, and then on Iron Man's side: Iron Man, the Vision, Spider-Man, Black Widow, and War Machine.
Wow. So they haven't decided who plays Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, they cast that kid.
Now who is he? Somebody we don't know? Or?
No, we don't know him. He's like this little kid. I think he's like 16 years old or whatever.
Wow.
But they showed him, like he went on YouTube or whatever, was posting videos of him doing just backflips.
So they got somebody who can.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Like he's like a gymnast or whatever. And I think he's gonna do the part. They had a reading with him and Robert Downey Jr. and I'm drawing a blank on this dude's name, man, Captain America, whatever. They sat down and did a reading with him, and they loved him. They said he was great.
Yeah.
Because you better hold up some acting chops against those dudes.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I saw that come out. Other thing, just been playing a lot, and we'll wrap this up. I've been playing, kind of talking about games from the past. I'll play that Rare Replay.
Yeah.
Xbox came out. It's classic games from like Atari, like Rocket.
Atari games in there too.
Jetpack's an arcade game. It looks like it could be an Atari game. Jetpack. You have some classics. RC Pro Am.
Yeah.
RC Pro Am 2. Which man, I used to play. I used to go to this girl's house and I just play RC Pro Am all the time. Cobra Triangle, which is a game I always thought looked cool in the box.
Yeah.
Finally played it. Sucks. Snake Rattle and Roll. Solar Jetman. Which I always liked. Battletoads, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not going to torture myself. Like that game's impossible. It's impossible.
I tried playing Battletoads and I'm done with that.
Yeah, it's just.
If I want to torture myself, I just get a knife and stab myself in the leg.
That's right. Close the toilet seat on myself. But yeah, the arcade one's fun. But
yeah,
I didn't play it far enough to see if it got to where you just hit a brick wall, literally.
Yeah, well, okay, you can just press the button, put another coin in.
Yeah, but it's still, the jet bikes are impossible. And if you get past the jet bike somehow, you ever seen that damn surfing level?
No. Oh, you talking about the one with you got to jump over the stuff? They have like hurdles.
That's the speed bike level, whatever.
Okay.
The turbo tunnel.
So what's the surfing one?
There's a surfing one later on that like is faster than that.
Wow.
And then later after that they have one with snakes, and you gotta jump on the snakes.
Yeah, I know that one.
Oh my god. Like the only time I ever seen that when I was a kid was when like if you just leave the game running.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, man, I want to go there so bad. But now knowing the horrible truth, I've just been more frustrated.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to go there.
All right. And then of course Gears of War came out. That's kind of not 7 years old now.
Gears of War?
First one, I think it's 7 years old.
Yeah, probably. Sounds right.
Great update for that. It's kind of cool. That's how you do an HD version right. Not like the God of War one where they just like, hey, here's an update on it. They rebuilt it. So they have the Uncharted collection coming out soon. And today, when we're recording this, is September 1st, and Mad Max has come out on DVD.
It comes out DVD.
Yes. So I'll be picking that up after we record. All right. You can find us on the internet at www.nvnpodcast.com. You can email us at nvnpodcast@yahoo.com. If you want to add us on Twitch, which we haven't figured out a video game podcast yet, but when you do, it'll be under the name Retro Digital. Our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. And you know what we're doing next? I do not know.
No.
Drawing blank.
No.
Oh, I'll add it on here after we figure it out.
They Live.
They Live, that's right.
That's
They
right.
Live. Yep. Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
So, next episode, They Live. All right. With that, I'm John.
I'm James.
Thanks for listening.